me sharing with you, or you sharing with yourself where you are. I saw some of you all, I kind of know where you are. You put your positions when you registered, so I can kind of see where you are in the process. And a lot of you that are even in higher level leadership roles were scoring at the lower end of that said position. Some of you may have scored higher of the said position. And what you kind of do with this test, it gives me a barometer. Okay. There's a lot of other things that we would do to kind of assess where somebody truly is. But this is a barometer to know exactly where you are on your scale. So if I'm looking at the test and I'm taking the test based on the things I should be doing or the things I should be thinking about or my current ability, what happens is when you know you're ready for the promotion or the next role, you'll go from the bottom of the scoring module to the top. Does that make sense? So essentially, if I am a new director and I'm scoring 109 down to 105, I'm on the bottom of the development or positioning for director. That means I have to continue to work and develop my skills so I can think and operate like a full functioning director. And the more you start tipping to the other functions, now you know that you'll be ready for the other said positions that are required in order to truly have that executive edge. I love creating testing modules like this because what it does, it allows for us to kind of not, I keep saying be transparent, but a lot of times we believe our own press, don't we? We write our resumes and we add a little extra sauce to the resumes to get the job or to get the promotion or to if I'm speaking on a stage, if I'm going to go talk and train with another facility or with other people, we kind of start believing a little bit of our exaggerations. We kind of start believing our resume. And one of the biggest things that you have to focus on as you're getting that executive edge is to never believe what you wrote on the paper. Because what you write on the paper will always look better than your day-to-day, what you do every day. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And the most unfortunate thing that I see with leaders all across the country in every sector is we start to believe our own press too much. And when we start to believe our own press a little bit too much, we start to get arrogant. We stop developing. We stop investing in our growth. We stop developing, investing in our development plans. We stop growing. We stop doing what's necessary to continue to get the executive edge so that we can be in a position to where we're indispensable and non-disposable to the facilities or companies that we're partnering with. Is that making sense? So what I want everyone to do, when you write your resumes, when you write your bios, you have to do what you have to do so you can present yourself in a way. But after they say all the things about you, ball it up in your head, throw it into the fire. Because the moment you start to believe that will be the moment you start to become complacent. The moment you start to become complacent, the less effective you'll become or effective you'll be as a leader in your current roles and responsibilities. Okay. Person number one, if you're banking what I'm thinking, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Question number one, if you're banking what I'm thinking, you understand what Dr. Jake is saying. I want us to really focus on growing. I really want us growing and really focusing on the things that we need. Y'all, we are in the industry that truly saves lives. Think about that. We're not selling toilet tissue. We're not in the industry of shining shoes. We're not in the industry of courses and programs or educate. We're in the industry of saving lives. And what we cannot afford is to get complacent in our growth and development as leaders in this space. Okay, we cannot. So as we continue to move forward, I want you to see what your ratings were. And we have other tests that we've built to actually get you the right number that you're at. But what I will say is these are the things that we look at. True test of our ability and the things that we should be learning as we're growing and as we're expanding in this place that we call leadership, okay? Remember, leadership is not about position or if you're managing people. Leadership is a servitude position. I'm going to serve my way to ensure that the people that depend on me have everything that they need. Okay, so let's talk about module one. We have to understand the influence gap in module one. And we have to start this tug and pull with learning how to develop certain skill sets that will allow for us to communicate to the people that we need to communicate with so that they understand our disposition. Okay. And what I would tell a lot of the leaders every single day, what I would tell you is that most of us, because you're in the industry day to day, every single day, we believe that our passion should translate to action from someone else that's not in your position every day. If I'm not in your position every day, your passion, although can excite me, it means nothing because it translates to nothing I'm focusing on. This is what we're talking about with talking to senior leadership. Senior leadership have so many other departments that they're focusing on. Everyone's department believes that they need more resources. Everyone's department believes that their department is the heartbeat of the facility. I can promise you one thing. We have central sterile processing leaders in here and aspiring leaders that may say, hey, central sterile processing is the heartbeat of the hospital. Then you'll have people that are in the OR that's in this facility say, nope, the OR is the heartbeat of the hospital because we're the main drivers of revenue and actually in there saving lives. Then you may have people in the EVS say, we're the heartbeat of the hospital because we keep infections down by cleaning the facility and ensuring that we're using all of the chemicals needed to have the safest place or environment. Then you may have people say, the ER. The ER is the heartbeat of the facility because think about it. How do most patients come into the hospital? They don't schedule it. They come in through the ER. So if we get in this tit for tat thing, right, about whose department is the most important and whose department is the heartbeat, and we continue to have these tit for tat conversations versus asking yourself, what I'm translating to whomever from a different department that we have to communicate together, are they understanding my translation or are they hearing my passion and just seeing the emotion with no action? And what I want you to understand and gaining that executive edge, especially when you're translating up, passion is cute. Numbers are better. Passion makes them think about looking at your proposal a little quicker. But consideration of the entire health system would be better for them. Some of you are in here. We work with you. We worked with proposals and S-bars with you. We'll go over that today. And you can tell the difference in just communicating what you want to communicate as an executive versus as someone who's passionate in the industry. And that's one of the things I want us to kind of get over. It's okay to be passionate about your subsector in a huge industry or a section or a sector. But I can't be so passionate that my blinders in my eyes don't allow for me to understand the other compartments or other departments or other systems within the same operating system that we operate in. I cannot allow my blinders to keep me from learning how to communicate or translating my passion into movable action from everyone else that's involved as a stakeholder. If you're banking what I'm thinking and you know I'm already teaching, let me see B's in the chat. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that I'm talking to the right people. I want to make sure that I'm talking to the leaders that actually care about creating change and are not just here from happenstance and pretending to get better. Okay, I see some B's in the chat. Okay, so we're going to talk about the objective. The objective number one, screenshot this if you may. What I will tell you, when you find a nugget that really hits your shana real good, when you find a nugget that you know is a really good one, actually write it down. The dullest pencil is better than the sharpest mind. Because the sharpest mind, you have so many things in compartments that you think about every day. But when you take note of something, you go back to it. That's how you memorize it. So objective one, I'm going to equip you leaders with the business knowledge that you need at least as much as I can within this short half day. You're going to understand the core business principles and financial metrics that executives are worried about. Can I tell you something? We're talking to C-suite and senior level executives every single day. Every day, we're talking to the people that sign the contracts, that pay your payrolls, that approve your budgets. So when I am telling you, we're going to be going over the things that will allow for you to truly have the edge when communicating with your upline. These are the things we're going to talk about. Okay. And let me tell you what makes this different. Most vendors want to hold off on certain things so that they can go over your head and talk to your leadership and have a better relationship with them. At SIPS, we believe in authenticity and transparency. We want to teach you how to enable yourself. Because if we can enable you to actually speak for yourself and communicate for yourself, how much better of a partnership would we have between you, your facility, and SIPS Healthcare? When you know no one has wool over your eyes and you can communicate at the level you need to. Now, number two, the objective is going to be to strengthen strategic thinking skills. We're going to be working on strengthening strategic thinking skills so that we can continue to grow and evolve. I'm telling you, if you have any leaders in your organization that should be on this module, before we lock this training, they should get in before we get to module 2. And objective number 3, enhance stakeholder engagement and influence. Leaders will develop skills to navigate organizational dynamics. So we're going to be talking about corporate politics, how to navigate and how to move, because a lot of the leaders that I've spoken to and the effort of playing the game of politics and learning how to navigate, a lot of you respectfully, and it's just because you haven't been trained. You've been literally winging it. Let me get a test. If you've been winging it because no one has actually taught you how to navigate the executive level of the business ecosystem, if you've been winging it, trying to figure it out and piece it by yourself, let me see W's in the chat. Let me see W's in the chat. Y'all may be like, Dr. Jake, if I press another letter, but I need you to stay engaged with me. The more engaged you are, the more you'll retain this information. If you know that you've been winging it, if you know that you've been winging it and you haven't been taught truly how to navigate it, this is why we're struggling internally moving through. So when you think that you're playing politics for the betterment of you and your department, a lot of us aren't playing politics. The executive team knows that you're a novice and they treat you as such, even when you're supposed to be in a level of leadership where you're supposed to have full autonomy and authority. This is why they have the handcuffs on you. This is why this training matters. We want to position you for success. It matters because we got to go over these couple of questions. What factors typically prevent senior leadership from supporting departmental initiatives? I know some of you think like I'm down here by myself. We're busting our butt. We're understaffed, or we don't have enough equipment. We don't have enough time. And we don't know what stops senior leadership from completely saying yes to any initiatives that I'm putting in place. The second question you must ask yourself is, what are the potential benefits of mastering business acumen for leaders looking to advance your career? As you grow and develop as a leader, it's no longer about the task or the industry of central sterile processing or the departments or the industry of perioperative services. The higher you go up in leadership, it's less about doing the thing in the department, and it's more about running the business of the hospital. Oh, I'm talking today. I think I'm teaching, Ignacio. And I don't know if all the leaders on here are with me today. I don't know if all the leaders are here with me today. You think they're with me? I hope they're with me too. Because as you go in leadership, it's less about running your department as much as it is with understanding how the business of healthcare works. They say they're with me. They say they're with me. And these are the conversations that I'm hearing on a regular basis. I'm seeing on LinkedIn posts. I'm seeing and communicating with you one-on-one. That's why we wanted to start creating these summits. Because yes, what you do is important, but not more important than the entire ecosystem of the healthcare system you're participating in. Not more important than that. And two, if you're still running your departments or your shifts like it's not your business, you'll never have the respect of senior leadership. Some of you are in charge of multi-million-dollar budgets, and we're still operating from the frame of mind like you have no responsibility. These are the things that we have to continue to operate in and think about. Okay, so let's talk about it. Many leaders have advanced technical knowledge. You manage your departments effectively. You have a good rapport with your teams, yet you often struggle to gain traction with senior leadership, feeling like their initiatives fall flat or go unheard. You feel like your initiatives don't make it. So in this section, we'll talk about it. I want you to imagine a department leader who is excellent at meeting departmental goals and maintaining team morale, but consistently struggles to get budget approvals for initiatives. Now listen, I know about 5 leaders right now on this chat, in this training. Right now in this training, you run your organization like the best I've ever seen of leaders. But when it comes to getting budget approvals for your initiatives, don't they kind of like slow walk? Don't they slow walk you? You're like, you just gave me all of these accolades. You told the world about what I'm doing, how much you respect me, how much you value me. However, when it's time for me to get an approval, when it's time for me to get you to say yes to me, why are you taking so long and oftentimes not saying yes at all? Why? I have 2 great leaders right now. I see right there. They say yes. Yes. Why? Why are they not just agreeing with you? Why are they not supporting you? We're going to talk about it. And I want you to think about this. I want you to write this down. Take your time. We're going to reflect for a second. I want you to think about one recent initiative where you faced resistance or felt your voice wasn't heard. Okay. What challenges did you encounter? Put it in the chat. What a one initiative where you faced resistance or felt your voice wasn't heard? I want you to put what those challenges that you encountered, put that in the chat. And